All right. So, it's been a week since the last Baroque stream, and I would like to finish the game now, hopefully. So, this is Baroque Distorted Delusions for the original PlayStation. This version of the game came out in 1999, and I'm playing a fan translation that came out, I don't know, only a year or two ago, maybe. The reason I'm playing this game, well, the short version is that Baroque shooting, a shooting game spin-off of the Baroque series, uh, was just ported to Switch and Steam and whatnot. And I was playing that, and it made me want to play the original Baroque, which the original game is the Sega Saturn game, but this is a almost identical port on PlayStation from only a year later. Um, the longer version is that the developer, Sting, is a very interesting developer. He's been around for over 30 years and is what maybe you'd call an auteur or a visionary sort of development studio. They have like high concepts for their games. And the ones that are probably best known are Riviera the Promised Land on Game Boy Advance, Igor Union and its sequels Blaze Union, Gloria Union, Gungnir, Treasure Hunter G on Super Famicom, and Nights in the Nightmare on Nintendo DS, which is the only game they did that actually hybridizes shooting game mechanics with RPG or tactics RPG mechanics. But aside from Baroque shooting, the only shooting games they made were at the beginning of their history in the early 90s. But the 4 or 5 games they made are really good. And everything I've played by them is interesting and good. Oh, Dokapon Kingdom is another famous franchise they made. I don't know anything about that, but I get the sense that that's what pays their bills. So, anyway, Baroque. This game did have a remake on Wii and PS2, which was released at least on Wii worldwide. And I'll probably play that afterwards, but this version of the game is a first person dungeon crawling RPG, roguelike. There's not much character building or anything, it's really just about survival. So, where are we in the game? Oh, well, first of all, every time you load, you have to set the brightness again. All the other settings are saved. This, for some reason, brightness is not. So where are we? We're on the final iteration of the dungeon. I'm not going to fully explain everything about the game. Yeah. But we're on the final iteration of the nerve tower, I believe, and I believe we're close to the end. We're 20 floors in. In the last session, we did floors 1 through 19, I think. And I think we have 10 to go. Not positive the length, but I think it's 30. I don't remember if I read that. Um, what was the one other thing I was about to say? Oh yeah, the last session I stopped after 19 floors because we were like 3 hours in, or almost 4 hours maybe. So I don't know how long this is gonna take. Might be a couple hours, assuming that I survive. If I die, then we're gonna have to restart from the top, which would be fine. But I haven't really had any deaths so far. I think I had one that was caused by a trap that I didn't understand, but that was like, that's a one-off thing. Okay, cool. This is what's happening. Why am I up against the wall and being attacked already? And can't turn around. What the fuck is going on? I have initiative. Probably gonna have to use this because I'm about to die. A lot of times when you load into a floor, there'll be an enemy already attacking you. I don't know why I'm both facing wall, can't move, and being attacked. This feels a little unfair, but actually, instead of the nutritive, I'm going to use the grilled meat. And is there anything... Yeah, maybe if I use this lust torturer, they'll stop attacking me so I can figure out what's going on. I think the only way I have to attack behind me... Whoa, what is this? Distorted... Oh, okay, I just didn't remember the name. Yeah, let's... Yeah, use lust, because the evacuation bone's not going to do anything. We haven't found the exit yet. This should make them stop attacking. There we go. Oh, see, this enemy does, like, knockback with its attacks. So it was probably pushing me up against the wall, and that was what was preventing me from moving. That was a hot start, if I ever saw one. So I know the sword we have right now is special because when we're at low HP, it does more damage. Or it at least attacks faster. Alright, we got a new NPC, Worker Angel. The Guardian Angel extracted the Littles, and yet she goes and betrays us after all this time. There are other workers on their way to slaughter the Littles. The Malkuth has fallen into chaos because of the great heat wave. No, it's the entire world that's fallen into chaos. It's always odd when they reference the world because we don't see anything or hear anything about the world outside of basically the nerve tower and the town nearby. And it's not clear if it was like the real world before the great heat wave. I don't think it was. I think it was a crazy science fiction fantasy world already. Because like the Malkuth and the angels were, I'm pretty sure, already like mutants or something. I don't know why. It's not floor one. I can't be walking over patterns like that. It's a suicidal move, but thankfully that was not a harmful one. So yeah, we had a bunch of big plot reveals, and you'll just have to watch the previous video to catch up where we are. I think we're trying to stop the Worker Angels from killing the Littles. Okay, it's not that these guys knock you back, it's that they latch onto you and prevent you from moving. This is the enemy from the opening cutscene, by the way. They don't appear till after floor 15. Alright, heal. That's okay. That heals 50 HP. Coats. Ooh. 8 defense, so it could be pretty good, but putting on an unidentified coat is always pretty risky because it could stick to you. Do I have anything? Okay, so I have the additional, which contains the item you last obtained prior to opening the box. I wonder if it... So I just picked up this coat, so I wonder if when I use this, it would still be an unidentified coat? Man, but having a second coat is really worthless. I think I'm not going to do that. I've got all this rotten meat. Alright, well, I'm going to drop this beast coat and hope that the new one we picked up is a good replacement. Always want to have at least 2 swords and 2 coats in your inventory and maybe 2 wings, because there are things that can destroy your items. You don't want to get stuck without armor and a weapon. These enemies are very dangerous. I don't really have a great way to handle them right now. Burst bones should do some damage. Oh, what's my brand? Right, slows vitality depletion. Then I've got an assault and a comet parasite, raising my attack and my attack speed. And I don't want to heal until I'm like right on death's doorstep because of the way my sword works. Speed. Okay, I'm not at full vitality, so I'm not going to use that. What is this? I don't think that damaged me. Killer, go away. Is that supposed to be where the littles are kept? I think I have any items I can use to interact with that. It looks like there is a room beyond there. Figures this guy would have respawned already. Oh man. Alright, that wasn't so bad. An unidentified torturer. I don't know if I really want that. Probably doesn't matter. Alright, just to clear up inventory. This is gonna hurt me, but eat the burnt seed and then eat the normal seed to raise my vitality. Corrosive deteriorates the coat you have equipped. Okay, I don't know what good that would do. I'm sure we can throw it at an enemy to do something, although I don't know what that would do either. These guys only say one thing. You don't have to talk to them twice. I doubt there's anything that I can give to this guy, but let's toss this at him. Garbage. What about this? Alright. We'll assume that there's no special interaction there. Well, I'm alarmed by the fact that I can't go through that gate, because if we're missing like a progression item or trigger, then that means we're going to have to do the whole dungeon again, but I don't see any. Well, okay, actually, before I leave, let me just check and make sure there's not like a switch on a wall or anything. This game really didn't have, has very little in the way of interaction items or triggers. But there was one switch on like one of the early floors of the dungeon that turns off the furnace, which is a mostly superficial effect that isn't visible until like 15 floors later. But yeah, I would hate to have to replay the entire dungeon just because of missing something that was in plain sight. Yeah, I think we're good. Good thing about roguelikes is usually they don't have any puzzles. I can't stand puzzles. God. Sometimes they kind of take a while to attack. Got a bunch of unidentified stuff. I hate that. So I think I'm going to switch to the assault wings. Play sea wings. I guess I'll use one of these heals. Alright, floor 21. We are level 31. Wait, is that looped around? Okay, nice. Okay, we got a sense sphere. I think our mission is ultimately to purify the sense spheres. I don't think that's something that we actively have to do. So these are used to store items in between dungeon runs. I'm looking to see if I have... I mean, hopefully this is the last run, so it doesn't matter, but if it's not... Honestly, I don't even really want to store any of this stuff. But I should do something because these are added to like an index. I think we'll be okay without this rotten meat. Who knows when we're gonna get a chance to fix that. Watch, there's gonna be a crypt angel in like the next room. Oh. Wait a minute. Is this the end? Is it only 21 floors? That would be surprising. It's a little underwhelming. What are you hesitating for? Erase the god of creation and preservation. Using the idea sphere of the creator and preserver, we will create a new world. Rectify this distorted world, this world swarming with hordes of the distorted. Now enter the sense sphere and head to the bottom layer. I think... Oh, I could have thrown another item in there. Well, missed opportunity. And now I think we are going to have to do the tower again. He says this thing about, can you hear my voice? Fire the Angelic Rifle. Purify the insane god of creation and preservation. That's what he says every time. In order to fill the space you left behind, the god of creation and preservation produced multiple divinities. Unfortunately, God had become so distorted that they hadn't the power to heal the damage. What? There's only one way left to heal the world. Purify the distorted god, and with its idea sphere, we will recreate the world. Now use the rifle. Launch the pain. I don't want to... We're faced with the same decision again, and I don't see any reason that we should kill it this time. This reminds me of the movie Prince of Darkness. I live, I live, I live. No, get away, get away. Help. So I guess this is our character again trying to merge with God. You have refused to save the world? I can't believe it. While the people of this world suffer under the influence of their Baroques. I knew that was going to be too much to read. Don't go mad. Save the world. I don't care, you're more important to me than even the world itself. Do you wish to bring the world to Armageddon? Don't go mad. You must not go mad. It'll be okay. Choose. I choose you. But I can't preserve my sanity. I'll drive you mad. Return pain and suffering to me. I need pain to preserve myself. Oh, God. Were we supposed to shoot it? That's right. Get away. God's pain was removed and cultivated into angelic insects. Those who know no pain can preserve nothing but madness. And the great heat wave happened again. All right. Well, that was a new cutscene at least, but it looks like we're going to be doing another dungeon run. I should have finished it last time. I really thought we were going to 30 floors. Also, keeping the genius meat is fine because that'll be useful, but yeah, if I had realized we were on the way out, I should have kept that coat. That had 8 defense. That could have been pretty good. Would have been able to identify it at some point early on. We'll talk to Thing in a minute. He has our items. I no longer believe that my younger brother was sacrificed. That is not my sin. Repetition is my sin. I don't remember what she had to do with the younger brother. The pretend angels were speaking. We've discovered the greatest power in the world. Whoa. I killed Sack Thing. Can I kill the Horned Woman? Wait, before I do, can I throw her Sack Thing's idea sphere? Wait. Kill me, don't kill me. Don't kill me, don't kill me. Okay, I got the Horned Woman and Sack Thing's idea spheres for the first time. Well, there's practically nobody left at this point. I can't give you these, can I? No, and I can't kill him either. The sense sphere blew up. Item after item popped out one after another. Of course I picked them all up. Were they yours? You have to punch him in the head to get your items back. Alright, I do have a lot of stuff in here. Oh, I've got 2 twin boxes. For the first time ever, we can open a twin box. I've got a guillotine brand and a guillotine sword. You know what? Alright, I'm gonna do this. Use the guillotine sword. Yeah, growth. Becomes stronger with every floor you descend, but experience is divided by 4. So that would mean, like, we can assume that you get +1 armor for each floor you descend. So, like, by floor 10, you'd have 10 armor. That's kind of a lot. You don't normally get your defense higher than, like that coat that had 8 defense that I just lost. That was the highest defense value I've ever seen on a coat. So I'm kind of curious how much raising our defense is going to impact, because having our experience divided by a quarter is pretty massive. Like, that means our HP and vitality are barely going to go up at all. And I guess we can offset that with the experience wings. You know, let's do this. There's no time like the present. Let's give it a try. Although before I equip it, I should see what's in these twin boxes. And I guess this unknown box, why not? Silver bone. 2 of them. 3 can be exchanged by Crypt Angel for a toy box. What the heck? We don't have 3. Can't open. Huh. So is that another twin box? I don't remember if I can give things back to him. Yes, I can. Yeah, what about the idea spheres? He has nothing to say about those, I guess. Thing isn't much of a character. He's more of a box. Okay, and the last thing is, so I'm not going to take the guillotine brand, obviously, since I have the guillotine sword. So the question is, should I take the prosperity brand? And again, I'm going to say, sure, no time like the present. I won't actually apply it until I have a box to open, though, because that's the only thing it affects. If I get a better brand before I find any boxes, then naturally I'll use that. Oh wait, we gotta go fight the fish. First, we should take off the growth. Oh, I guess we can talk to Coffin Man too. When you move down a floor, please take a quick look around you, goddammit. I don't remember if he reacts to the spheres. I ain't having this. She's just sobbing. Father, 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 horrible. Well, so hers, I think, like, sack thing, I didn't realize that was a girl, but Box thing said he was trying to save his daughter or something like that. So we definitely need to take sack thing's idea sphere to Box thing. I saw when she was being choked. It's a pity. I don't need this. Yeah, I don't know about the horned woman. If there's anything important we need to do with that one. I think we definitely don't need neck thing's sphere because we already used that to open up the clone lab by giving it to the Sentry Angel. Assuming that these are one-time use kind of items. Experience wings are hooking me up here. The first few level ups, at least. Alright, you're not gonna come over here, huh? Alright, so I'm not gonna put on the growth armor until I get into the nerve tower. So I'm guessing that the first floor doesn't count. For how long shall I continue on in this fashion, enduring this pain in my back? Oh, actually, no, I will put on the growth growth armor because if the first floor doesn't matter, then I'll just take it off. Raise my VT and let's go. From the top once more. Man, might not be the last session of the game. Yeah, entering the tower did not raise the defense of this armor. It repeats reincarnation something. Recovery D, that's pretty good. Carrion, I think that is not good. And a beast armor, that's lucky, except that we brought the growth armor. So the one time I bring in armor, I get something usable on floor 1 for a change. Alright, that... Well, we'll keep it in... No, it doesn't even matter. It's not even worth keeping to throw at something. So this raises my defense, not my armor's defense, which I will certainly take. Evacuation bone. More evacuation bones. Carrion transforms all grotesques in the room into rotting meat. All meat you're holding will also rot. Okay, so that is very usable. Since we know that there's going to be a crypt angel on, I think, floors 2 and 5. There's more after that, but not for a while. So basically, sometime we have a room with a lot of enemies. We want to use that before floor 5. So we got a message that said growth has evolved. So it now has 1 defense. So we don't want to take it off at all anymore. Yeah, there's the first crypt angel. You know what? Said it before, no time like the present. So those turned into unidentified meat, but the carrion promises that it is rotting, so it should be safe to throw it to the crypt angel. Alright, here, let's use him to use some crap. Unidentified sword. Twin with 2 attack. Not horrible if we found another twin, but we probably won't. Do me a favor and unrot this meat. Oh, genius. Oh, right, that was the one I brought. And there's this one. And one more over here. Fill items full. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use the assault injection. Raise the attack of my sword. What's the deal with the unknown bone? Experience. Short-term useful. Oh shoot, I don't know which of these fleshes that I unrotted. I sorted the items. That was stupid. Where did that Crypt Angel go? Alright, well now I know this one is unrotted. Ah, shit. Well, grilled meat isn't the worst thing in the world to have. Wait, what? I'd done both of them already? Well, that was stupid. That's what I get for having a full inventory and getting distracted. Alright, healing. Speeds up HP recovery. That's probably going to be a better brand than prosperity. I don't think he... Oh, if I give him an idea sphere, he turns it into a seed. I don't want to do it with the other two, because we still don't know those have other uses. Alright, well I got my HP and my vitality max up. With all that rotten meat and seeds. It's throwing me a million coats that I don't want. Oh, this is the... When you became fused as part of the Debar, I descended back inside of you, brother. I was resurrected as a memory of the time when we were fused together as one. I survived only in your mind, so for my sake, don't die anymore, brother. Don't murder the last part of me that exists within you, brother, so do not die. So the Debar fusion, which I think is the protagonist trying to fuse with God, caused his dead conjoined twin to return to consciousness. Huh, there's meat inside the... Okay. This should be rotten meat. Yeah, nice. Alright, and still don't want all these coats. Revolution. Yeah, that can be an instant kill, but can also kill you, or at least deal a lot of damage to you. Arrow bones, those are pretty good. Alright. Defense got stronger again. Or, I mean, the growth got more defense again. Good. I was afraid it was going to be like only once every 3 floors or something. Don't want this. Erotic brand. I think that might have some use. In Lust, you will achieve max sword speed and your crit rate will raise. So if we have a way of inflicting lust on ourselves, that can be really useful. Stop giving me all these coats when I'm super committed to the one I have equipped. Here, you want this? Let's make you unlucky. Another one. The early floors do tend to have more coats, though. Stubborn box. Wow, 4 damage. Stop giving me things. Opens when your attack is 30 or more. Invincibility and erasure items inside. Alright, so our attack is 21. It's not terribly easy to get it up to 30, so that box is probably going to get thrown away. I think at this point, I'm not going to use the Prosperity brand, because... here, let's eat this experience bone. AD... The attack of the equipped sword and the defense of the equipped coats. Yes, please. Oh, this is where Eliza would normally appear. Okay, she's back here still. The Archangel's influence is weakening. He is unable to do as he wishes because of the many sense spheres I have produced. Yeah, she's up here laying eggs because we fertilized her with our water. Don't ask any more questions about how that happened. Alright, so this is it for this floor. As the game goes on and I have more items in storage and therefore come into the dungeon with more items in my inventory already, it's starting to get annoying to do all this inventory management at the beginning. And I guess because at this point I kind of know which stuff is good. Not going to use that sword. If I need a backup, hopefully I find another twin, but I probably won't. Alright, I'm getting mega surrounded right now. Alright, I'm not saving these silver for the hope of finding a third. I'm cool without it. Alright, my vitality is max currently, so I can eat this seed. I think I'm going to go ahead and apply the healing brand. Seems like it's going to be the best. And my HP fills up. I'll use that average meat. Flesh box. And genius meat. Hell yeah. And another... I should stop even picking up the coats. There's really no point. Committed to this growth plan. Oh, HP is max. When your HP is maxed, eating raw meat, which would otherwise heal you, instead raises your max HP, and that's super useful. That's how I've been playing the whole game, and it seems to be working. Rather than going for healing. Oh right, they spawn more of the bugs. I need to kill them first. I don't remember what the bugs are called, but these guys are wheels. All the enemies are named after a tarot card. Except the bugs, I don't think they are. They're not real people. Alright. Uncertain. Yeah, heals ailments. It's kind of crap. I don't know if I even want to open this double-edged box. It does a lot of damage to you. And I'm kind of happy with the sword that I have. Eat some more meats. I'm just going to throw the double-edged box at someone. There's the exits. There's some wings, but I already have experience wings, so I probably don't want these. Eyeball prevents blindness and lust. Yeah. Don't really want it. Gave him lust. They're throwing the double-edged box. Cut the enemy's HP in half. Usually anything that if you used it would have an effect on you, if you throw it at an enemy, it'll either inflict that effect, or if it's a positive effect, then it'll do the reverse. For the most part. Did I used a detox already? Other box. Really boxing it up here. Great. Helped. Right, there's a lot of enemies in here. There. No, I don't really have anything to throw at them. Oh, there's so many bugs. Bugs, boxes, and meat. A nutritive injection. That's awesome. Alright, I don't want the pelt. Probably not going to use this special pattern. Probably not going to use either of these brands. I'm going to drop them for the time being, at least. Purification. I don't really need that. Damn it. Double-edged. Yeah, I don't want that. It's actually a good throwing weapon, since it halves their HP. I'll be coming back this way. I want to pick up any of that stuff again. Oh, this is where the worker angel used to be. Those who could not forgive the guardian angel's betrayal are now looking to assassinate her. Was it she? Those who can learn nothing from this distortion are still repeating the folly of the past. Hope that wasn't a crack at me. Sometimes there's like meat in one of these corners. Oh, HP is full. Time to eat. Once I check the corner, I'll eat an evacuation bone and then use that heart. Oh wait, no, that's an unidentified heart. Okay, so I don't want to chance that being rotten. Get out of here. Alright, I'm gonna forget about the Lust brand, because I doubt, even once I get an erasure, I doubt that I'm gonna want to take off this healing brand. That's a pretty good effect, speeding up HP recovery, because it shifts the balance of vitality and HP in a favorable way. So yeah, forget about all those other items that I dropped. Hero. Storm Sword with -1. Okay, Storm Sword is terrible. Occasionally does knockback. What do I need knockback on 1 in 10 strikes for? I'm surprised it did that much damage when I threw it, given that it had 0 attack. That's rotten meat. Oh, I didn't show the idea spheres to the worker angel. Or to Eliza. Damn. How did I forget? Where did you come from? Stonebone. Those are pretty good. Any bone that does damage when thrown is pretty good. Man, got too much stuff stocked up that's not terribly useful to me at the moment. Stuff that will be useful like 20 floors from now, but it is going to be too inconvenient to carry. Bye-bye, twin sword. I don't think that having 2 twin swords would be better than guillotine anyway. Its guillotine already does 2 strikes, doesn't take up 2 inventory slots, and has higher attack than twin swords do. I think maybe the benefit of twin swords, now that I'm thinking about it, would be that you could put different parasites on them. So each sword could have a different parasite, which could stack a decent number of effects. More unidentified flesh. Probably gonna get rid of this stubborn box. I'm gonna toss one of these grilled meats as well. Just don't know if that's going to be... I'm ever going to get to the point that I need that. Oh, I'm also going to get rid of this revolution. And the storm. I don't think that's going to be too useful either. I mean, it could be, but it's just only in a specific situation. Defense wings, those aren't bad, but we should end up with a lot of defense on this run. So the growth coat. Actually, I'm curious whether the 20 points of experience that the wings add comes before or after the quartering. So I have 793 experience right now. Let's see how much we get from the next kill. If it's more than 20, that means it's definitely not getting quartered. Or, I mean, it's being added after the quartering. But I'm thinking that the quartering happens after the addition. Okay, it's Alice's room. Sometimes there's an item. Probably not. Wait, first, yeah. I can hear the little angelic insects calling out, but I don't understand their pain. Even if Eliza returns your past to you, we still can't preserve our sanity. Sucks, man. Alright, so we can throw something into the sense sphere here. I'm gonna throw this silver bone back up. And see if she has anything to say about these. Oh, she doesn't. I shouldn't have been born. Blah, blah, blah. So in the last run, we had that enduring brand, so we never had to worry about being low on vitality. This run is probably going to be kind of the opposite, where my HP is going to be full most of the time, but it's vitality that I have to worry about. Alright, that was one big loop. Yeah, I haven't been this way. Oh, I forgot to check experience. Well, I killed multiple enemies, and I've only gained 25 experience since I last checked it. So, yeah, that 20 per kill is being reduced to 5 per kill, which honestly might not even be worth having equipped. We're basically just dealing with very minimal experience gains. Hey, that looped around again. Explosive pattern theoretically could be useful, but it's dangerous because if an enemy walks on it, then it explodes you. Wait, I wanted to not check my inventory, I wanted to check the map. I feel like my controller is really laggy right now, but this emulator is sometimes weird. Alright, floor 5. Maybe there's a Crypt Angel here, hopefully. Trials, that's garbage. Halves your recovery rate. Number of defeated enemies affects content. It means you have to hold it on forever. Hold on to it forever. Alright, so I'm gonna throw him the unidentified stuff. That wasn't rotten. That wasn't rotten. And that wasn't rotten. Great. The burnt seed isn't bad, because that's a vitality restore. I have no need for all this grilled meat, though. It's too much. I'm gonna see what happens if I give him... Oops. If I fuse 2 boxes together. Invincibility brand. That's actually a pretty good brand. Can't apply it now, so I don't have to think about whether it's better, but the invincibility brand makes it so that when you enter a floor, you are invincible for like 5 to 10 seconds, which means that ambushes, like what happened on the previous run, you know, you'll be safe from that, and you'll have a small window of opportunity to safely attack all the enemies in the room that you started in. Doesn't sound like it would be all that helpful, but I have used it on previous runs, and it was very handy. I think it'd probably be best if I could get it into a sense sphere. Save it for another run. Homing bone. Okay, I've got a lot of attack bones now, which is a good thing. I can't eat that meat until my HP fills up again. Alright. Throw some crap at you because you're annoying. And I don't want to get poisoned again. I think I stepped on the bug. Right, midair. I guess let's just finish off these stone bones. More evacuations. Unidentified brand. Anytime you eat raw meat, use an injection, or gnaw on a bone, you get 10 vitality restored. And these idea spheres that enemies drop also restore your vitality. I don't have any way to cure blindness right now, so I just gotta deal with it. You thought the draw distance was bad before. Okay, that just took me back to the room I started in. What happens if I give you 2 grilled meats? Ah, he fused them into raw meat. Well, that's handy. I don't know. We're not fighting while blind. Oh, the item thief enemies. I definitely don't want this glass armor. What? He stole my angelic rifle. Alright, hopefully the homing bone will catch up to him. Got him. It's probably best not to interact with those things, especially since I have reduced experience gain. I had to lose a lot of items by messing around with them. Oh, there's an eyeball injection. Just after my blindness wore off. It's like I could throw bones at them, but the bones are valuable for attacking other enemies. Maybe I shouldn't bother to explore every floor. See, the thing is, I don't remember which floors the NPCs are on. Maybe I should look that up. Because it's really dragging out the playtime. Just because I don't want to miss, like, box thing. Alright, let's save the invincibility brand. Storm brand, that's crap. Yeah, here's what I'm gonna do. I've mostly done this playthrough without walkthrough assistance, but there have been a couple times where I referred to one. I don't mind doing that if it means not dragging out the game for another 50 hours. We're already like... Hang on, I want to check my game time here. I'm gonna make a save state. Power it off. Okay, we're at 25 hours of playtime. Alright, so let me pull up this walkthrough. While I've got it up, I guess I'll put it on stream. Thanks, OBS. Way to keep it centered, like I asked. So this is nervetower.neocities.org. It's a pretty cool guide website that I haven't explored very much because I didn't want too many spoilers. I'll be looking into it more later. I don't think it has a list of enemies, but it does list them throughout the walkthrough. So this is where I've gotten the names from. Okay, the bugs are called grus. That's definitely not a tarot card. The fishes are moons, which is... Oh, these ones are called Kato. But it's based on the wheel. Maybe they're not all named after... Yeah, okay. So they are themed after tarot cards, but they're not necessarily named. So the gross fertility statue woman is the Empress. I'm never going to remember the names outside of tarot cards. Wow, that's a cool map. Look at that. That's awesome. I wonder if that's taken from a Japanese guidebook. Anyway, we're not here to look at every item name. What am I here to look at? Oh, where the NPCs are. So, we're not in part 1. Wait, we're not in the outer world either. So Eliza's on floor 2, we know that. We were just on floor 4 until Alice. We haven't seen any stars yet. Okay, the thieving enemy is based on the devil. Mind reading thing is on floor 6. And boxing is on floor 7. These things, I've been calling these the sun, but they're actually the hermits. I wonder if the bigger version of them... No, this is called small. There's a Coriel on floor 8. So 6, 7, and 8 all have NPCs. 10 has another worker angel. See how it's got like all the frames of animation stuff? And that one's even demonstrating that enemy inflicts lust, and that's how you see it. It's a really cool website. Oh yeah, and she's based on power, apparently. That's death, unsurprisingly. The tower... Oh, the hanged man is the one that hangs from the ceiling. That makes sense. So what really matters was... Box thing is on floor 7. After we get past floor 7... I want to see the Coriel on floor 8 as well, but after that... we can just speed through floors and not clear out everything, because I've got good items already, and I'm not getting much experience from any of the kills. So we're going to do it that way. Alright, we're not going to scroll any farther. The Guardian Angel is on floor 13. Sorry, 1 minute. Okay, there we go. So yeah, floor 6 should have the mind reading thing. Floor 7 have box thing. I don't think we want to give any spheres to mind reading thing though, because normally when you give her items, she just throws explosives and crap at you. Convergence, that would have been good with the carrion, but I didn't want to wait to use it. Convergence brings all enemies on the floor, all enemies and items on the floor into the room that you're currently in, which can be good if you have other spells or items that affect everything in the room. It would seem that Master's desolate heart has started to change a little. I shall continue to rot away on my own. What did it say those are based on? The Empress? Got some meat. I'm getting a lot of meat on this run. My HP is super high given that we're only level 10. Like, this is working out really well with the healing brand and the defense boost from the growth coat. This is feeling like a pretty sturdy build right now. I hear a devil bouncing around somewhere. Another invincibility brand. Well, I'm not going to pick that up. Another eyeball injection. Where did it go? There it is. I'll use that just because it'll give me some vitality back. And yeah, we're not going to fully explore. We're just going to proceed to the next floor as quickly as possible. But now we got to find Box Thing and see if he reacts to either of these idea spheres. Got the hermits appearing now. Alright, I don't do enough damage to kill them. That sucks. Oh, there you are. More unidentified brands. It's not great. I'm gonna jab myself with another eyeball injection. It's heartbreaking to lose touch with your relatives. I temporarily said goodbye to my daughter for the sake of her happiness. Okay, so what if I give you this? These are my daughter's tears. My daughter was crying, screaming that she didn't want to die. Didn't want to die. Rather than watching my daughter distorting, I thought I'd be happier if we died together. But when I saw her lying there motionless, I became afraid to die. This crystal, my daughter was alive, right? Did she say anything? What am I supposed to do? I don't know, man. That sounds pretty messed up. Sounds like you killed your daughter and she got distorted anyway, and you got distorted and didn't kill yourself. But now she is also dead. What do you have to say about this woman? Oh, he didn't want that. Wow, that was a good throw. Well, I guess it's a little more backstory. Maybe that'll change what he says or does on the next encounter, on the next run. I would prefer not to go through that hallway with a pattern in it, if possible, because you never know what that's going to be, and it could be something that destroys your items. And it... oh, yes, it will be a choice. A good choice at that. Antiseptic. I don't actually know what that does. Prevents decay and deterioration. It affects equipped items as well as flesh and heart. So I wonder if I inject that into, say, this unidentified heart, if that would remove rot? Or does it only prevent rot? Or maybe I should use it... oh man, I really want to know what happens if I use it on the growth coat and then unequip this coat. Because if it prevents deterioration, that means it shouldn't reset when unequipped, right? But that seems like it could backfire. Oh, wait a minute. It just affects everything in your inventory. And you use it. Okay, I thought I was going to have to choose. Well, okay, wait. Even if it did unrot it, I need full vitality before I want to use that. Am I able to restore my vitality? I could use this eyeball, which would take me to 101. And then I could use a few evacuation bones. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, cool. It wasn't rotten, or the antiseptic cured it of rot. That doesn't really answer the question of whether the antiseptic purifies rot or just prevents it. As for the growth coats, maybe when we get to the end, I'll try taking it off. Oh wait, I don't want to interact with these. I can't kill them. I feel like it would... like, I kind of want to make a save state and try unequipping the antisepticized growth coat, but the thing is then, if I learn that it doesn't degrade, I would feel like I was cheating if I took advantage of that. And if I learned that it does degrade, I'd be happy loading the save state, but then we didn't learn anything useful. So we'll just try to remember to test that at the end. Oh great, a lethargy bone. Well, we're gonna have to wait till that wears off. Alright, I'm gonna use these unidentified brands as throwing weapons. Or at least one of them. Brands are very effective when thrown. And whatever, I'll just use this lethargy bone for this one. So floor 8, I think, has a Coriel. So we'll see if we can find him before leaving, and then I think we're good until floor, I don't know, 13 or something, when Alice shows up again. Oh, another silver! That would have been 3, of course. Well, at least I saved 1, but I have to wait till I find another scent sphere to be able to save this one. And I'm just gonna run. I don't want to get items stolen. Stamina coat. Gonna leave it. That looped around again. Are my items full again? Get rid of this revolution. It's too dangerous for any one man to own. Those bouncing clown looking guys, I think it said were based on justice. Another invincibility brand. Well, hopefully this doesn't make him invincible when I throw it. Oh, it does. Whoa, that's cool. There's an effect that shows them being invincible, and I think he took something. Because I thought... No, actually, I did have one slot open already from throwing the revolution. Another convergence. Another storm brand. Getting a lot of repeat items. See, even when I threw it, it didn't do knockback that time. Alright, for a second I thought that was gonna miss. Another unidentified brand. I don't remember seeing a room that looks like this before. Looks like a basement. Definitely not messing with that pattern. Okay, I didn't see it, but the exit was in that room. Oh wait, maybe that unidentified brand was stolen from me, and then I just immediately picked it up again. I don't have any quick way to kill this guy. Can't believe it took that many hits. Okay, well there was no Coriel. And I can use an evacuation bone. Oh, I overlooked the secret wall or whatever. Well, he's got nowhere to go, because... No, I don't want to hit the fake wall. Alright. Ooh, that was a nutritive, too. I would have been pissed if I had lost that. Don't need another purification. Alright, I'm gonna wait a second for my health to fill up, so I can use that average meat. ID bone, that's pretty good. Oh, 2 ID bones. So I remembered something. If you throw an ID bone at the wall, current bottom floor is 22. Alright, so the dungeon is the same size as it was last time still. I'll save this other one. Yeah, something must have stolen a burnt seed from me. I definitely had a burnt seed and I did not use it. Alright, well, I'm gonna dump one of these convergence torturers. Let's go. I don't have any way to fill my vitality right now to make it worth using that other seed. How much defense? I guess I have 10 now. Unidentified injection. Unidentified heart. That's good, because that means we'll be able to use the ID brand soon. I don't know what to use until then. I'm just gonna drop these defense wings. I can come back for them. I'm not gonna use the ID bone until I've collected everything I can find on this floor, so I can get the most utility from it. But I'm not gonna hold on to it longer than that, because we already have like 3 unidentified items. Oh, we got a long corridor here. A growth sword. I want that. I want to be able to throw that into a sense sphere. You know, forget the whole silver thing, because we're still 1 short, and yeah, I want to take this growth sword for the next sense sphere, so I can't hold on to even more items. Can probably kill you with this. Oh, it wrapped around, but it still missed. Man, it would be cool to have the growth sword and the growth coat equipped at the same time. But we're not gonna equip it halfway through the dungeon. That makes no sense. Oh, here we go. Sense sphere. You can only transfer 1 item for each sphere. And I guess we're at the point in the dungeon where we got parasites starting to appear. The grub needs to be carried to another level or another floor to evolve. Yeah, I'm not really interacting with these enemies right now. I can't kill them without them just self-destructing. Is that a branching corridor? I don't remember. I feel like corridors are always just a connection between 2 rooms. That's what makes the game so easy to navigate. Sometimes a room will have multiple exits, but corridors having multiple exits. Okay. That was a lot of looping around. What was this? An unidentified brand. Okay, so what we're gonna do is drop something. Where's the brand? Okay, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we got 4 items that need to be ID'd. Oh, the ID bone gives you a toothache. I didn't remember that. Okay. So, the recovery A is gonna increase our max attack, which is great. These brands are not going to be useful. And my vitality is kind of on the low side, but you know, there's still not much I can do to restore that. I've got 2 plain seeds. I don't want to use the nutritive just for a vitality restore. The thing is, all these hermit enemies, like, if they self-destruct, they don't drop an idea sphere. Which is why I don't bother fighting them if my weapon isn't strong enough to kill them. Okay, cool. Ambush time. Lust time. Oh, that was an item. Even items look like beautiful women when you're horny. But stupid grub didn't mature. I got a lot of torturers. There's a burnt seed. Wait, I don't want to throw the invincibility brand at them. We learned that already. Alright, you're in a corner, so even if you steal something from me, you can't get away. Throw raises the distance and damage of thrown items. Well, that's a classic JRPG upgrade. Actually, yeah, what it's making me think of is in Breath of the Wild, when you would get swords that had a special effect that, like, you could throw them farther, and it was like they're good at being junk, basically. Wow, I made it. Baroque. And remember, this is YouTube. There's no emotes. What were we doing? Right, so I have a burnt seed now. Wait, I don't have it, but it's over there. Alright. The invincibility brand is not going to be usable as a weapon, so that's just going to have to be left behind. Wait, don't want to pick up the seed yet, because my inventory is full. Alright, so we use the burnt seed, which will cut our HP in half, but restore our vitality to full. It's a burnt heart, I guess, as we all know. So now I can eat the other seeds, the seed hearts, and then get this one, use this one. So that was 30 vitality max, and we lost some HP, but I can either use the grilled meats to restore it. I don't even think I need to. Oh, right. That was an explosive pattern. That's why that seed became burned. And yeah, forget this. This invincibility brand is getting left. Love when I see 2D sprites in a 3D environment. What is this? Duke Nukem. Yeah, these are sexy women, just like in Duke Nukem. Oh, suicide bomb. Awesome. Right? Okay. Another seed. This one's rotten. Finally, my lust has passed. I busted my nuts and can get on with my life. See what things actually are again. Yeah, this is an RPG. It's colloquially known as a role-playing game. Alright, here's a content thief. The devil himself. He took one of my bones. Alright, so obviously I'm not going to use the throwing brand. But I will throw the throwing brand. Ooh, 103 damage. That's pretty good. He probably dropped an erasure. That's normally what they drop. Alright, we got a lot of enemies going on in this room. So, let us use some torturers. Double-edged box. Great, I'm gonna throw that at you then. Erasure. I feel like if you're into this, you should play Kingsfield. This is a completely different kind of game than Kingsfield. I wouldn't expect you to understand that, but this is what's called a roguelike style RPG, where the dungeons are procedurally generated, and basically you just kill enemies, get items, and progress. It's more like a survival type game, whereas Kingsfield is very much a puzzle Western RPG type game with like very specific triggers and interactions you have to do to progress. I tried playing Kingsfield 4. It's okay. I'd actually like to finish that one. The PlayStation 1 Kingsfield games can go to hell. You can watch Bill Bull if you want to see those. That's what I do. Alright, we're just getting insane seed drops on this floor. An ID parasite. I don't think I have anything to use it on. I don't. Okay, this blaze pattern. I don't need this crap. Alright, if I can just get a little bit more vitality, I can use a couple of these seeds. These enemies are inspired by tarot cards. You know, it's like playing poker, except slightly different. Do I really want to use up all my evacuation bones? Yes. I practically never use these for their intended purpose. Oh, there's a guy. Alright, can I make it to that heart over there before my vitality decreases at all? Because I don't have any more ways to get it back. Run! No. Oh, it just went down. Well, maybe when I kill these enemies... Let's see. What's the fastest way to kill them? Here, let's use a thunderstorm. There we go. Now I can eat the fruit. They're the type of things you see in a 1990s science video in elementary school where the teacher wheels out the TV, you know the thing? Yeah, like Bill Nye. Half claymation, half stop motion, early CGI of a microscope spinning in space. Yeah, those enemies do look like, they'd be in claymation or something. Our order was founded in order to defend God, not to receive its divine protection. If only we had been stronger, we could have averted this whole situation. Yeah. That's what you were expecting me to say, right? With a sword like that, you don't pose any threat to a guy like me. You know what? I have enough Angelic Rifle bullets that I'm gonna shoot you. Yeah, that typically does not have any meaningful effects. Alright, Crypt Angel. Great. Purify my seeds. We're the one. Wait, what's this? Halftime? Halves the duration of all status ailments. That is terrible. I have an unidentified worm, so I can use the identifying worm, infest that into the unidentified worm, and discover that that is a guard parasite. VT max, defense 2. I'm gonna wait till this grub matures before I infest myself with any parasites. Is there anything else I can get this angel to do for me? Really have anything that I want fused. Like the halftime brand is pretty useless, but I don't want to get rid of the erasure brand. Yeah, this is more of a game about god type situations and mutations. It's not so much the kind of stuff that you learn in science class. It's more about science gone wrong. Or science that can't really be distinguished from magic. Growth has evolved. That's what I'm talking about. Recovery AD, that's what I'm talking about. That's another bonus to attack and defense. Our defense right now is massive. And we could make it even higher by infesting ourselves with this parasite. Not gonna do that yet. Although, actually at this point, I probably should. Because I think the grub maturing is just a die roll when you move on to a new floor. I don't know, though. The thing is, I want a double parasite. You always want to infest your parasite before you infest yourself with the parasite. Cryosurgical, I haven't seen one of those in a while. That's the ice sword. But I don't know that Vitality Max is really the one that I want. Did he steal something from me? He's running away. Yeah, he did. Behold the power of homing bones. Bunch of thunderstorms. Oh, the halftime brand. Yeah. I can get rid of that. Damn it. Alright, I'm not walking over there till I absolutely need to. Because you know that's going to be a food trap. Just wrecks all our items. Although, that being said, we could use it to create useful food. If we're super careful. Oh god. Alright. Nice shots. What? Why did that heal her? That was random. Alright. You're all getting thunderstormed. And nah, I'm not gonna throw a bone. I think they're soft enough now. Maybe. Yeah, we got him. Another erasure, another seed, an ID bone. Hmm. Yeah, I just haven't been getting a lot of like defensive bones, which is normally like secretions and stuff, which is normally how I get my vitality up so that I can use seeds. Well, I don't really need all these or multiple erasure brands. Oh, that was another. That's two ID bones. That's super useful. Alright, I'm not gonna exit the floor just yet. I'm gonna. Wait, maybe I should. On second thought. It's a lot of enemies. I want to get that seed. Alright, I think it's probably worth using... Wait, I don't want to use a big bang, because that's going to fry the heart. Thunderstorm, it's not going to do a lot of damage to the spider women, but... better than nothing. Another erasure brand. Let's do this. I'll take it. Get erased. Wow, that did not do much damage. Thankfully, he'd already been hit by the thunderstorm. Alright. Could eat an ID bone to identify that heart, but I'll wait till I have full vitality. I think if the grub doesn't evolve when I move to the next floor, I'm just gonna go ahead and infest myself with the vitality and guard parasites. Okay, yeah, it really does not want to mature. Right, let's just look around the room for a second, because this is the part of the game where parasites become pretty common. Alright, that's good enough. There aren't any in the room, so we're just gonna go ahead and use guard and vitality. Alright. Now I'm infected with parasites. Maybe infested would be more correct terminology. There's no great way to get a lot of vitality back other than burnt hearts and defensive bones. Well, there's a few invincibility bones, but it's not that many. What floor are we on? 12. Okay, so I think I said that 13 is where there might be more NPCs again. Oh great, here comes Lust. Is that an enemy or an item? I don't even think I need these heal spells because my defense is doing so much work at this point. I'm gonna use an invincibility bone just because why not? A food pattern. Killed her just before I got lost. Alright, here's the thing. This is gonna take a minute, but this is a nice little trick. Actually, how do I want to do this? I think what I want to do is collect as many items on the floor as I can. Oh, here's what I can do. I can use convergence. Whoa. Right, but the lust makes it so that I can't tell what the hell I just brought into the room. Which one is item, which ones are items and which ones are enemies. Okay, it's a lot of enemies though. Ah, secretion bones. Well, there weren't many items that got brought to my location. Oh, I got a parasite at last. Wait, another grub? No, that must have been stolen from me at some point. That's weird. 4 secretion bones. I got 2 food patterns, which means I definitely should be able to transform everything. Alright, so this is how this trick works. Oh shit, we can't do it. So what you do is you empty all the good items in your inventory. You just drop them on the ground, and then all your junk you keep, and then you walk over the food transformer, and it'll turn all your junk items into either meats or hearts. The problem is I can't unequip the growth codes because it'll reset. And now is when it would be like very valuable to know if the deterioration protection keeps it from resetting. But it would be cheating to use a save state to find out. And if that were to get turned into food, then that kind of defeats the entire strategy for this whole dungeon run. Like, that's gonna fuck us over big time because we're really low level and we're gonna lose all that defense. So I can't risk it, which means these food patterns are useless to me. Erasure, heal. Yeah, the heals are still pretty useless too. Oh, and that was a second grub. A lot of grubs. Trying to just add up how much vitality I would be able to restore right now. So I need what? 80? Special would be 10. Or secretions is 40. 50. One ID bone makes it 60. Then I could use one of the seeds, then be able to use the other two to finish it off. Alright, we're gonna do that just because I need to clear up inventory space somehow. Alright, so it's not rotten, which is great. Causes bodily fluids to pool at your feet when gnawed. You can also throw it. Really just does nothing except restores 10 HP and 10 vitality, as far as I understand at least. Yeah, I don't even need to use the special injection if I'm going to use a seed. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do this. Alright, there's some space cleared up. Where the hell did you come from? Not fighting her. Alright, I need to just quickly use the restroom. BRB. Okay, I'm RB. It looks like we're going to make it to floor 22 in this session. It's been 2 hours and we're on floor 13 already, halfway there. So I think we can probably make it to the end. Although I still feel like this is not going to be the last run now that I know it's only 22 floors. Okay, we're into the ice section now. One of my grubs matured into a vitality parasite, which is pretty much exactly... It's actually not as good as the one that I already infested myself with, but yeah, it's something that I don't think is very good. We got more seeds over here, and my vitality is still kind of high. Burnt seed. Regular seed. If I can kill these guys fast enough, I might be able to get enough vitality back from their idea spheres to max it out. Thunderstorm. Big bang attack. Oh yeah, see the spider women, their idea spheres heal HP, not vitality. That sucks. The worst idea spheres. I definitely don't want to waste an ID bone. Oh, here we go. I can use the special injection. Now we've got coats appearing again, which is useless. Here's a Coriel. The world started to slowly distort. The Archangel insisted that the Creator and Preserver was going to destroy us. But we couldn't believe it. That is why we undertook the Devar. I remember that time. Can you tell me what happened to the world? Purify me, I beg of you. It's pretty distorted out there, buddy. Let's see if he has anything to say. I can't even give it to him. Right, Coriels don't say anything when you throw them an item. Well, get purified, bitch. Shouldn't have got caught. So he did say that the world was already distorted before the Great Heat Wave. And that's why the Archangel wanted to kill God. Guardian Angel. There are times when I regret that I've lost my female form, yet there are times I myself don't mind this change. Well, now, just an hour ago I said, like, wait, that character was female? And so now they're just directly commenting on it. Okay, she doesn't have anything to say about that idea sphere. Don't think the cultivation... Wait, what happens if I... Oh, it says no effect if injected. I kind of want to try it still. What do we want to create and preserve here? Honestly, none of this is all that great. I guess I'll throw a homing bone through just so I get that added to the index. I'm gonna inject the cultivation. Yep, no effect. Still restores 10 vitality though. Alright, it's time for towers. One of the more dangerous enemies, but yeah, like my defense is so high at this point that everything just does 1 damage. And because my healing speed is amplified, you could see there, like, I was healing just as fast as I was taking damage. Like, I'm basically invulnerable as long as I don't run out of vitality. Wait, why did they... Whoa, why were those 1-hit kills? That doesn't normally happen. Another vitality parasite. Jesus, give me something that I can use on my sword. Like a friggin... I can't believe I haven't seen any elemental parasites. Like, usually there's a ton of them and you just infest all your swords with them. Well, I think I can combine the vitality ones. Yeah. 25, but if I infested myself with it now, I'd lose the defense boost. He did like a big 3 damage. So soon we're gonna start encountering those weird suction enemies, the vacuum cleaners that drain vitality instead of HP. So we really... I mean, actually, they probably won't be very hard to avoid. But yeah, it's just something to keep in mind that I need ways to restore vitality. And actually, yeah, I've got 2 burnt seeds, so that's gonna help out a lot. I don't want to throw either of those away. If I can max my VT now, then I can use the fruit. Alright, what's with this unidentified bone? Arrow. Okay. Don't need the erasure brand. Oh, I've got a nutritive too, so like I'm really not even at much risk of running out of VT since that's a full restore. That's a fire parasite. That's average meat. Yeah, I won't be able to max my VT right now to use this fruit. Oh, I forgot I have this stupid coat. And I probably don't want the twin box either. I could gnaw on the ID bone to ID this worm. Or I could just use it to infest a fireworm. The fireworm. And that'll tell me what it is. Luck and fire. Okay, well the luck effect is going to be useless on my weapon, but fire isn't. So at last, an elemental parasite. May as well take these brands just so that I can throw them. Eat some meat. Game's making me hungry. And on to the next floor. I feel like we should have seen Alice again by now. What is going on in here? Drop the storm trap. Unidentified flesh. It's too bad I got rid of that stubborn box, because the growth sword definitely would allow me to raise my attack high enough that I'd be able to open that on a future run. I probably should just move to the next floor. I'm just not sure if there's other NPCs that are going to show up. I think I'm going to check the guide again. I don't want to explore these floors for no reason, since the most pragmatic way to go at this point is just to quickly move from one floor to the next. BF11 had a Coriel member. BF13 had the Guardian Angel and another Coriel member. Oh, I must have missed the one on 11 then. I don't want to read any of that because it could be spoilers. 14, another Coriel member. 15 has Alice and Eliza. 18. Okay, 15, 18, 20 are the ones that need to be fully explored. So that means we can leave. Yeah, how would we get anywhere without hallways? I prefer to call them corridors. I think that sounds more official. I mean, a hallway really should lead you to a hall, and I wouldn't call most of these rooms halls. Whoa, that's a pattern right in front of me. Blast box. Okay. Unlucky coats. I don't want that. There's a hanged man over there. I want that coats. Contains explosives. Handle with care. It may cause a massive explosion. Great. It sounds like it might be a good thing to throw at an enemy. I can definitely throw the erasure brand. So I think Alice, it said Alice and Eliza could be on this floor. I definitely remember Alice being on the floor that has the giant chalice. I think this is gonna miss. Oh. Hit, just didn't do much damage. The hanged men have a lot of HP. There's one of the enemies. So all the enemies have a backstory of like what their sins are that resulted in them, what their delusions are or something that resulted in them being transformed into what they got transformed into. And The Hanged Man was one of the ones I read, and boy, it was not something that I want to repeat. Go look it up on your own. Let's just say it involves certain words that will get you banned from Twitch. I can say from experience. Contains revolution items, may explode when opened. Okay, don't really want that. It's just gonna throw it at this sack. $100 damage. Okay, I expected him to die faster after taking 100 damage. So the blast box actually made an effect like a big bang or explosive torturer. Hit like an area. Paralyzed for a second here. There's a lot of them in one room. A nice sound effect. So if you have a way of infecting an enemy with lust, if you give these guys lust, they will restore your vitality instead of draining it. I think that's what the point of, or what the value of keeping the erotic brand would have been. Secretions, thunderstorm. Is this just an ice wall? Looks like a basketball hoop. Alright, I'll use thunderstorm, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get away from them. Going through a lot of my offensive items, but in this run, I think this really is the most dangerous enemy to me. Alright, more humming bones and more arrow bones. What I needed. Wait, is that a negative recovery? Yeah, that's a negative recovery. Shit. I'm getting such shitty parasites. Stamina just raises your HP max. Pretty much junk. As a matter of fact, I'm just fucking throwing that. Wait, what happens? I'm assuming that if I throw it at an enemy, it's going to heal them. No, it didn't. That's surprising. Hey, Young Street. It's good. Oh, shit. Just got a bunch of vitality sucked off me. I just wanted to record a few sessions of Baroque. So I like this game, and I don't think I'm gonna replay it when I return to Twitch. This was more just an opportunity to talk to myself. Play this on Saturn and Wii, but ran out of time career-wise. What does that mean? You got fired from owning a Saturn and a Wii? I gotta go all the way back because I didn't see either of them. I mean, on Saturn, you would need to play a translation. If you mean playing it on an actual Saturn, you would need a translation patch. I guess it's probably easy to play burn CDs on a Saturn. Wait, so what? Oh, right, you have a flash cart. I turned around for no reason. Yes, I've been told that the Saturn version has quote unquote better graphics or better lighting, but it's not a very substantial difference, whatever it is. I'm playing the PlayStation version just because it's much easier to emulate PlayStation than it is to emulate Saturn. Oh, that other path was where the stupid pattern is blocking me. I have to chance it. I'm gonna run away from this guy. Vanishing. Even worse than food. You don't even get a piece of food back. It just throws away one of your items. Thing was a lifesaver. Your drive isn't doing well due to CDR playthroughs. What, CDRs cause disk drives to degrade? Never heard that. Resurrection can revive a corpse worm. So I wonder how that works when I have like a double worm already. You know what? I would like to find out. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna infest myself with this. Wait, no, this isn't gonna do me any good. Because the only reason that I would want my current parasites resurrected would be to combine them with the vitality, but if I use the vitality to push them out, then I don't have it anymore. They make the laser work harder, especially cheap media. Huh, I didn't know that, but maybe it will be good to know, like 25 years ago or something. We can't go back to being one anymore. Reunification is no longer possible. It was necessary to become divided, but we can no longer return to the way we originally were. I still... Is this like the spirit of the creator and the preserver, or is this our conjoined brother female version or something? I don't get it. She still doesn't want anything. Like how life isn't... Yeah, he swung by for 30 seconds, I'm sure. After stating very clearly that he did not have to work today. I mean, he's the only reason that I even posted in my Discord server that I was going live. Because like I said, I just kind of wanted to record a Let's Play of this game. I just knew he would complain or something. Yeah, we got like, I don't know, 8 to 10 inches of snow here. And then we got a full day's worth of sleet. So there's like an inch or two ice crust on top of the snow. It's kind of nice. But yeah, in Texas, I know if it gets like below 50 degrees, the entire state shuts down. They're like, oh my god, it's so chilly outside. I don't know what to do. I'm used to all of my possessions erupting in flames because I live in literally the center of hell. Well, nothing happens in my Discord except that I post about shooting games. And I just post my notes. Hmm. What do I want to put in the sense sphere? I don't really like, none of these parasites are particularly appealing. I'm just gonna throw the vitality in there. I've had like very few items that were worth saving on this run. Also, Eliza was not in there. Hope the Martyverse is waiting for you when you get out of the jail. Yeah, I enjoyed hanging out with the Marty gang, but none of them showed up for any YouTube streams or anything. So who knows? Also, I feel like well, whatever. You're done. No one but life comes in. Yeah, right. Um, that's too bad. Sorry to hear that. Say, you really should have switched over to playing only shooting games. Yeah, no, I realized. I mean, I already knew before I got banned that like Twitch was not going, or I mean, YouTube was not going to be an acceptable alternative to Twitch because like just no one. It's just a different platform. And I don't know of anyone that watches streams on it, and I don't see streams on it either. Like, even though I use the site, but I guess after trying it, because there's nothing better to do, I did the math and realized like the reason that YouTube even has streaming is so that content creators who have an established audience already are able to stream on the same platform without going to Twitch. It's not for you to just stream. Like, you are not meant to be using it as a streaming platform. It's like if you are an established content creator and that's like how you want to, or if you you know, make money or have an audience or whatever that way. Like, you don't even have to be gigantic. Just if you have an audience as a content creator, that's a way to bring that audience to a stream without needing to move to another platform. So that's the only reason the feature is there. You shouldn't do shooters unless you're actually going to take them seriously, which I've never seen you do before. Gonna be moderately homeless soon. Okay, that sucks. You going into couch surfing mode, I guess? I don't know how to help with that. Alright, wait. Okay, wait. No, I got distracted. I gotta get back here. So, my vitality is fully drained. So, I think it's time to use a burnt seed. Cuts HP in half, but that's not a big deal since we can barely lose HP. Now I can use the fruit. So, did I say that there was an NPC on floor 16? I gotta check. No, 18 is the next one. 18, 20. So we can leave this floor as soon as possible. I don't think I need to do anything to restore my HP. The grub evolved into a guard with defense 1, which is trash. That sucks. California seems like an expensive place to have to go. Someone was telling me I should move to California to be a firefighter because they make so much money there. And I said, like, maybe if I, like, after I establish whether, or like establish some career as a firefighter, but I'm not moving to California in hopes of getting a job there. That would not be very wise at all. Okay, are these guys flame resistant or something? They do always have a lot of HP, but that was seemed kind of crazy. Assault raises the attack of the equipped sword. I definitely want that. Hope recovers all parameters when injected, repairs equipment, and removes rots. That's pretty powerful. But we don't really need it right now. Darius Extra from the Japanese eShop. Why'd you get it from the Why didn't you just get the collection, the Cosmic Collection? Anyway, Darius Extra is great. Go ahead and, I mean, that's easy. You should be able to 1cc all routes. An easy game. It's a beginner shooter. Let's use 5 hertz auto fire. Don't use 30 hertz. Oh, you got the, I guess, the Arcade Archives version. Those are cheap. Invincibility bone. Oh wait, I already passed the exit. I can go. Well, they weren't saying that I should go be a forest firefighter. I know people do that, and I don't. I would consider that, but I don't super want to do that because it is like you work 7 days a week, 16 hours a day, or something like that, and you get paid a lot of money, but it's pretty massive commitment. But I'm sure even regular professionals still make more there because everyone does. I mean, you could go to California and become a cop and make more than you would here in Maryland. It's just how it goes. It doesn't matter. I'm not moving to California to be a firefighter. Like I just said, that's dumb. It would be a poor decision. Another attack injection. Oh, you mean the Genesis Darius Extra. I didn't know that that was sold on its own. I thought you meant the arcade Darius Extra that's on the Cosmic Collection and probably has an Arcade Archives port as well. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna run away here. It's not much value in engaging with these guys. Okay, that's just a generic eradication sword. Generic box. Sure, I'll open it. Music box. HP and vitality halved. Is that all that did? That's not good. That's what I get for taking a risk. Need to kill this thing. Okay, this would be a good time for the Angelic Rifle. Need to get to the fucking portal. Space Invaders. The whole Space Invaders collection is on sale for like $10 or something right now. I saw that because I thought about getting it, but I'm playing other shooting games right now, so I know they're not going to be a priority. It might be time to use the nutritive. So we're on floor 18 now, and that means the next NPC encounter is coming up. I guess I won't use the nutritive until I actually am closer to death, but it'll probably be soon. Oh, 90's not on that collection. Okay. Got a box of hope. It's my favorite one. Containing something wonderful. May explode when opened. So if you find a scent sphere, we want to preserve that. This enemy's pretty horrifying. Wait, you mean like your old Dell panel screen or something? Alright, back to these guys. I gotta get rid of some of this stuff. Alright, what I'm gonna do is eat the grilled meat to restore my HP, lose vitality, but now I can use the average meat, get more HP, and I'm gonna risk this unidentified flesh. Okay, it wasn't rotten. So if it had been rotten and given me a stomach ache, I think that the hope injection would have saved me, so that's why I took a chance with it. ID parasite. Right. ID these bones for me. Okay, evacuation. These things are friggin' annoying. Yeah, I'm not gonna fight them. Reminds me, I have to get stuff out of my storage unit. Convergence. Got a lot of bones right now. Okay, I don't think these ones self-destruct. Something like that. You would think they do, because they look the same as the small ones, but I don't think that's how they work. Worker Angel. The guardian angel is the broad who cultivated the littles. What a heartless thing to do. Yeah, she definitely is. Stop it. What a fucking pest. Here, have a parasite. No, you don't want it? I don't know what to do with the horned woman's idea sphere. No one has been receptive to that. Jump scare. Da 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 da. Killer, 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 killer. Alright, good luck. Sounds like you got a lot of shit going on. So, hope for the best. We're all out here rooting for you. Practically every DC hobo talks like that. Oh, we got the exposed brain guy. I forgot about him, but we did meet him last time. What's this? Right. These don't work. Alright, peace, man. Can't transmit objects with artificial sense spheres. That's all you have to say? You freaking jackass. You look like an idiot. Wait, what was he saying? Okay, same thing. And face hugged. Lethargy. Stop freaking doing that. So those base hugger spider things, basically once they die, or I think it's only if they face hug you and then fall off, they basically turn into a pattern or a floor trap that does damage and inflicts lethargy. Alright, I don't need this sword. There's no way I'm going to use this parasite. I may as well gnaw some of these bones to get vitality back. Laughing box. Laughs while held or opened. Grotesques can track you by laughter. So it attracts enemies as long as it's in your inventory? That's really bizarre. Light. Probably just warps you. Yeah, junk. And an unidentified worm. I don't think I want this revolution. I mean, in theory, it could be useful, but Probably not. And let's see. Let's open the laughing box, see what it does. Okay. Alright, everyone's aggroed now, which is fine, because I was about to use an evacuation bone anyway. Didn't ask, buddy. Alright, we're almost to the bottom, which is great, because my voice is wearing down, and I'm getting to the point that I did last time at 20 floors, where it's like, it's time to take a break from this game. Which means, yeah. I'm definitely hoping that there's not yet another iteration of the nerve tower that's even deeper. Speaking of, I have no idea why we are descending through the tower, like going down floors, why everything's a basement floor, because it really doesn't make any sense. Like, why? The tower is clearly not underground, like, we can see it. So, like, is it both, like, there's an underground half and an overground half, and like there's just nothing in the top half? Or is it like that we are upside down, that this whole game takes place in an upside down world, and so we're descending upwards? I think, no, I don't have comet effect. That was the last run. So I'm going to combine comet and thunder, and then invest that into my sword. So I lose the luck and okay, so yeah, this answers the question of what happens when a combined parasite gets ejected, and it does keep its combined status, which means that we can resurrect it as a luck fire parasite. May as well do that, because we're not going to use the resurrection for anything else. And I'm going to infest myself with that, because the +2 defense is not really... I doubt that's doing much on top of the 20 defense we already have from the growth coat. The vitality max is really not doing us much favor, or doing much for us anyway. And I'm not going to hang on to the corpse. So now we have increased chance of critical hits, faster attack, I think, because of the comet. Yep. And we do fire and lightning damage. So I'm pretty jacked right now. Pretty beefed up from all those parasites. How did that thing get behind me? Wow, an experience bone all the way down here. Guess it doesn't hurt to use it. We got a level up for my trouble. But yeah, I guess because experience, like in practically every other RPG, is exponential in terms of the requirement to reach the next level. Oh, after the, like, we're at nearly the end of the dungeon, and this is the point where on the last run I was at about level 30. And so on this run, I'm at about level 17, despite receiving one quarter my experience, or one quarter of the experience points from enemies. So I guess that means that the growth of the experience requirement is a square function. So one quarter of the experience means one half the level ups, roughly. We got some extras at the beginning before we put on the growth coat. I don't really want to go all the way back to the other end of the floor to see if there's anything else there. So I'm not going to. We're almost at the bottom. Floor 20. This is where it returns to the original tile sets. Playing a first-person game for more than a couple hours also always makes me a little bit motion sick. I just start to get lightly nauseous. Or I think it's specifically like old first-person games, like 2.5D. I think causes it, because I don't remember ever experiencing it until a few years ago when I started playing long sessions of Doom for the first time, like Hexen and stuff. I'd always feel like I needed a break after 2 hours. I'm gonna mess with the gate in a second. Actually, you know what? No, let's just mess with it right now. Okay, it says the same thing. What if I shoot it with the rifle? Nothing? Go away, killer. Wonder if using the Angelic Rifle prevents you from being able to enter the gate. Because what we learned last time is that the bullets for the Angelic Rifle are made from littles. That's basically the point of the littles, is to make the pain bullets that the rifle fires. I can't see any way that you would make it to this floor without killing any enemies. That's probably pretty obvious, but I could see getting this far without using the Angelic Rifle for sure. Like, I didn't need to use it in the 2 instances that I did. Once was just to shoot an NPC for lulz, and the other time Was because I was in danger, but I would have survived without it. Pretty sure. Burnt seed, another comet parasite, and some burst bones. Well, the burst bones are good. The extra comet parasite doesn't do anything for me. That effect doesn't stack. Huh. That was a pretty small floor. I don't really have anything else, any other ideas for what to do with that gate. And I'm not checking the guide again on this run of the tower. Like, if we get to the end and nothing apparently progresses, then that's when I would check the guide again, but that's probably going to be the end of these recordings. Like, I don't think I'm going to record more sessions of this game. I don't really have more to say about it, and it's just makes my throat tired discussing everything that I'm thinking. I think it's just redundant. I don't think it's going to get a lot more exciting than this. Alright, floor 21. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to finish the game if this isn't the final tower run, because I was ready for it to be over. Like, this is my 10th or something run. Like, most of them were the 15 floor dungeon, but this is now the second of the 20 floor dungeon. So I've done like 100, at least 100 floors at this point, and seen most of the item types. So there's not a lot of new stuff to see anymore. The hope box. Too bad I don't have the prosperity brand anymore. Too bad I wasted that. I should have left it in storage until I had a box that I wanted to open with it. Oh yeah, this is the 21 is essentially the final floor. I mean, 20 is. The last two are just this. And then the creator and preserver, which means that I can store another item. Oh, you know what I should do? I should store the growth coat. I can just use it again. It'll reset, but it was really effective. Like, that made this run easy. Yeah, there's no reason I can't save it again. Alright, he's saying the same thing. Destroy the creator and preserver. Pretty sure you can throw an item in here. Growth is back. Well, I guess that answered my question also about whether the antiseptic prevented it from resetting, which it did not. But yeah, with all that defense, we made it through at level 17. It's great. Yeah, fire the Angelic Rifle. Too bad we didn't get any of those attack parasites until the very end. Launch the pain. Well, we didn't do it last time, so we're gonna do this time. But I do have a feeling that this is not certainly not gonna be the ending. Yeah, I'm certain this isn't gonna be the ending. We haven't seen it on the stream, but I've seen this cutscene before when I previously killed the creator and preserver back on one of the 15 floor runs. Believe this is exactly the same. So let's see if anything has changed up here. Sentry Angel's body is still just sitting around. Yeah, so the status plus 12 means that I've entered the nerve tower 12 times, but I think 3 of those were just intentional suicides so that I could progress the story at one point, because there was one point where you needed to enter and leave the tower multiple times for something in town to happen. Yeah, so their idea spheres are just sitting here. I don't know about the horned woman's sphere, but the other two we already used. So I doubt they'll be needed again. Had my master alter the bag on my head. I can hold 15 items now. Cool. Take the... Wait. Oh, he won't take the idea spheres. Well, I've got some good stuff. I mean, I feel like the guillotine brand with the growth sword and the growth jackets is going to be pretty powerful. Again, by floor 10, it's going to be 10 attack, which is really high for a sword. It's just going to be tough going for the first few floors. I don't know if the experience times 1/4 is multiplied between the two of these. Probably is, so you're probably getting 1/8 of the experience if you equip them both. But we learned from the previous run that the level ups aren't really that important, because if you get a lot of meat and use it well and hearts, then you'll have plenty of HP and vitality. Like, I had more HP by the end of that run than I think I did in the run that I was level 30. So let's see what the Archangel says. Here it's the same. I don't think that we progressed anything except maybe Box Thing might say something different next time we see him. If humans have sinned, it's that they see the world only from their own point of view. Do you not think so? Yep. Alright, so I'm not going to do another run. I'm not even going to enter the nerve tower. What I am going to do is, before I end the recording, I'm going to bring up the guide and see what we actually need to do to progress at this point. Yeah, because it's read just like Dirt by Alice in Chains. So we're in this last section, and this guide marks important events with this glowing silhouette of the creator and preserver. So you have to. So giving the pure water to Eliza is something we did already. The talking to the guardian angel and seeing the cutscene about the littles is something we did. So let's see. The archangel instructed the guardian angel. This is just, yeah, that's just recapping the story. I'm not gonna read it. If you haven't fired the angelic rifle since you entered the nerve tower, the guardian angel will also ask you to give her the rifle in exchange for a stat boosting item. And now you'll be able to use the sense sphere located behind her. So that's okay. So I guess I was right. That you have to. That's why they said go away, kill her, because it means you use the angelic rifle. I mean, at least I did piece it together after a second attempt. So that's just confirming the theory. So it means on the next run we could do it. Just feel like I'm gonna be bored by another 3 hour run of this dungeon. Yeah, that one was. Stream's been going for 3 hours, 13 minutes. Quicker than the last one by a little bit, I think. So the. Yeah. Enter the barred gate, kill the littles. If you've used the angelic rifle this run, the littles won't let you in. So then on floor 22, you have to give the littles crystal to Alice. A whole bunch of new enemies to that point in the last 10 floors, so it will be 31 floors. Yeah, so we can end the game on the next run of the dungeon. I don't know. I might record it, but I don't think I'm going to. You know, the extra. Maybe I'll record just the floors after 20. Just I'm going to be bored by it, so I don't really see the point in recording it. If I do, it'll be next weekend. If I don't do it next weekend, then it probably means I'm not going to. So I can't really give a summing up of the game because we didn't finish it. Anyway, that's all for now. My life finds a way. It's a roguelike. There's one dungeon. It's the Nerve Tower. Just you're in my Discord server. Just read what I posted about Baroque. Then read what I posted about Xanac. Then read what I posted about Last Battalion. Then read what I posted about Override. And then read what I posted about Image Fight. And then you'll be up to date.